I just want to point out to you that the President of the United States is golfing this morning as we close in on 100,000 Americans dead from COVID-19. This is the headline in the New York Times, and it is indeed an incalculable loss. Just the thought of 100,000 people gone, and due in part to the mismanagement of this crisis by the White House. What do you make of the fact that Donald Trump has finally allowed himself to be photographed golfing this morning?
Well, I particularly putting it up against how he used to criticize Barack Obama for playing golf, even though Barack Obama actually did the right thing on the Ebola virus. And not, I believe, my memory is not one American contracted the Ebola virus here and died. And this president, keep in mind, 4 or 5% of the world's population. The U.S. has suffered 31% of the world's deaths from coronavirus. And I was on the last time I was on an airplane, I flew back in mid-March, and I remember thinking when I was from Washington, I was thinking back to that day. At that day in South Korea, the United States and South Korea in mid-March had 90 diagnosed cases in our country, each of us about 90. Since then, 265 South Koreans have died and 100,000 Americans have died. And just think about the terrible leadership and the head in the sand and the bravado, and now the president playing golf, and no empathy and no fight for protective equipment, no scaling up of testing, none of the not the help for people. And I would add, South Korea's unemployment rate's about 3.5%. And ours is somewhere between 15 and 20 and going up. And it's been so bungled, so mismanaged. It's particularly hurt workers. It's particularly hurt female workers and people of color. And this president just plays golf and waves to the cameras.
Yeah, it is quite striking. It is quite striking, the death toll and the treatment of workers. Hey, but at least now, Mitch McConnell's going to protect employers from liability. So great. Senator Sherrod Brown, please be safe. Thank you very much for spending some time with us this morning.
Thank you.
He just waved. He gave us a wave. You see him, Kareem? He's gonna tee off right now. You see him, Chad?
Is he driving behind the...
No. He's about to hit it. In front of the carts.
Well,